Yeah, right there, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, yeah. Let's get this thing started, man. Yo. You're listening to the Chaosmic Cafe. I am that I am. TY. This show is brought to you by Major Flavor LLC, the parent company of Major Flavor Catering, PhiladelphiaRadio.com, Philadelphia Radio TV, multi-streaming platform, Mad Rama Records, and there you have it. Radio, catering, TV streaming, the Roku, Apple, Fire, Cross TV, Android, and iOS. So tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. You name it, I'll flame it. You got it? Yeah. On this show, I don't have a particular topic. I'm going to give you news and information, transform into knowledge to amplify your energy and raise your vibrations. I'm sure you heard of the story about Judas, right? You know, the betrayer, Judas, the one that set up Jesus. It's how Pastor said it. So I said, Pastor, yo, Pastor, what is it now, Brother Richardson? You're the only one in the congregation that questions me. What do you want? Well, to me it seems Judas was the treasurer appointed by Jesus because he was the only one that could be trusted, right? But you forgot to mention the sob story. The what? The sob story. Pastor, listen. You got it wrong. Let me explain it to you, all right? Just pay attention, listen. Just stay right there, Pastor, all right? When you look up the definition of Judas, it's bananas. It says traitor, especially one who betrays under the guise of friendship. Again, Pastor, he was handpicked by Jesus himself because he would do what was in the best interest of the crew. Oh, Pastor, by the way, they had a religious gang back then. It was called the 12 Disciples. All right? Hey, I'm going to give y'all something with that one. No, I'm going to give y'all something, the 12 Disciples. Not on this one, but I got something coming for that, man, all right? Anyway, Pastor, what does it mean to break bread with someone? Well, hold on. In Jewish tradition, they have this hard bread, right, that they break apart. They don't cut it, they break it. And you break this bread with someone who you trust or have a close bond with this person or group, right? So, all right, right there. So, Pastor, peep this, right? Straight lace, right? See, y'all try to throw a monkey wrench in the game plan, right? I was right there when it went down. John chapter 13, verse 21 tells you, I was there. Look, they had a gathering for the gang, right? They called it the Last Supper. All of the mighty disciples were there. I was in the cut just watching because I had just, prepared the meal, right? This is the sob story, Pastor. The what? The sob story. No, that no one knows about. And you're about to get it right here. The Chaosmic Cafe. You see, sop is when you dip bread in gravy, and as the saying goes, sop it up. He dipped it. Verse 21, when Jesus said thus, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, verily, verily, I say unto you that one of you here is going to betray me, man. And I'm feeling some kind of way. That's just all I gotta say. I'm feeling some kind of way. Right? Then the disciples, they looking at each other, like doubting each other, like, oh, what's going on? Like, what's Jay Boogie? What's going on, Jay? Right? Then, and Peter, I was looking right at him, right? Peter, He right there just looking all up on him, leaning on him, talking about, you know, who you talking about? Jay, who you talking about? Right? And all Jesus had to do was just point to Judas and say him. Judas is the one. Get him. But no, we have to stop taking these sayings literally. But instead, Jesus answered, "He it is to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped it." And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Now the disciples didn't have a clue, a light with no ceiling, as to what just happened. Now, Pastor, listen, Pastor, before Jesus gave Judas the sop, there was no Satan within him. It wasn't until Jesus had gave him the sop. That is when Satan had entered Judas. Okay? And Jesus knew this because he is and was the one orchestrating his crucifixion so that he could sit next to God. Jesus knew that if your eye be single, your body will fill with light. Ain't that nothing? Pastor, Judas was the one gang member who didn't have a Bible story. You peep that? Well, that's interesting, but go on, say what else you gotta say. I'm listening. Well, after the sop, Satan entered into him, right? Jesus knew that this must be done by someone who he can trust to do what's in the best interest of them. That's when Jesus said to him in the English version, right, that thou doest do quickly. Or in standard English or street version talk, my man, whatever you're going to do, I need you to do it quickly. You're the only one I can trust to get this done. Now, no man at the table knew for what intent he spoke. This unto him. Really, Pastor, they didn't have a clue. The disciples have no idea what he's talking about, right? Some of them thought because Judas had the bag, you know, like the youth be talking today, the money bag, go get that bag, that Jesus said to him, buy those things that we have need of against the feast, or that he should give something to the poor. Really, Pastor? That's what they thought? Well, they was confused. Everybody was confused, man. You reading this to us is confusing because you don't know what you're talking about. So Pastor, Judas, having received the sop, went immediately out, and as they say, it was night, right? Therefore, he was gone. So I'm like, yo, this just went down crazy. I'm looking at the whole thing. And Jesus said, now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him. He knows now the crucifixion can take place because he will increase in power. Crucifixion means to increase in power, Pastor. It does not mean to kill someone, right? He says, if God be glorified in him, God shall also glorify him in himself. Pastor, God is in you. The whole thing is telling you that God is in you, and shall straightway glorify him. God and man is the pineal gland. The straightway, Pastor, is that path from the solar plexus to the pineal gland. You see, Pastor, they got it wrong. We all have a Judas within us, that part in us that will do what's needed for the best interest of himself. Judas thought his actions would help overthrow the law, and Jesus would rule the kingdom. Well, Brother Richardson, I didn't see it that way. Listen. While you right there, Pastor, turn to Luke 17, verse 20, man. Let me know when you get it, all right? Yeah. This is the Cosmic Cafe. This is T.Y. that's dropping some knowledge on you. I got it. Okay. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation. Pastor, you're not going to see it with your two eyes. Don't take these words literally. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, neither here or there. For behold, the kingdom of God is where at, Pastor? It says here, the kingdom of God is within you. Right. See, you've been preaching and teaching wrong all this time, Pastor. You know, with these hopes, needs, and motives. All of y'all, man. These hopes, needs, and motives. You know, when a person seeks to satisfy them, they consume things. You would notice that the things we tend to consume to satisfy our personal needs are those things sold to us by the people who created the needs in us. Pastor, I'm gonna need you to step down and I'm gonna take over from here, man. We're gonna go in a different direction. This is TY, the Cosmic Cafe. You're listening to the sob story. Judas really wasn't a bad guy. I'm just sharing knowledge with you. I kept this one short and simple for you, but I'll return with some more. Until then, you can check me out on PhiladelphiaRadio.com, the radio station. You can also check out Philadelphia Radio TV, the multi-streaming app that's streaming to Roku, Apple, Fire, Cross TV, Android, and iOS. You can find me on social media, the Facebook, TY the Rama, Cosmic Cafe, Philadelphia Radio. We're all over the Easternet, man. PhiladelphiaRadio.com, Philadelphia Radio TV. I'm TY. I'm out.